So I'll skip all the ceremonials. But this is the way I like to start. I give God the honors to stand up. Just stand up. Let's just stand up and let's stretch forth our hands. And this is the prayer. Very simple. We saw them coming in as a procession, and something struck me. In life, there's something called 1 minute silence. But this time, we're having 1 minute prophecy and prayer over the life of these children. We want to create a tomorrow for them by the words of our mouth. We understand that the words that we speak, they are spirit and they are life. So you can water their future before they start going. You can erase what you don't like that you have seen in them, that is a threat to your rest tomorrow in this 1 minute. Part of that 1 minute, as you are prophesying and saying, it will not be 1 minute. The procession will not be 1 minute silence. It will be 1 minute of celebration, every moment of celebration of your life as you begin from today. You have just 1 minute, 60 seconds. You can maximize it. People mourn in that 1 minute. It's an unforgettable moment, but you can create one for your own child now. Knowing fully well that God has given them to you as caretakers. And this is part of your obligation. And the authority in your obligation is speaking over them. Parents that desire a time like this too are at liberty to pray this prayer. 60 seconds of making a difference in your child's life. Start their tomorrow today. In Jesus' mighty name that we have prayed. Amen. Their tomorrow has begun today because the word of God says, surely as you have spoken in my ears, exactly so will I do. Please, let's be seated. And to graduates, I have just a few words for you. And they are documented in the book of 1 Peter. All right. 1 Peter, chapter 1, from verse 3 to verse 11. It's common that you won't find any one of us with the Bible in this gathering. But of course, you know there will be an exhortation. So the Bible is one of the companions that should not depart or you shouldn't divorce from. Why? Because the tomorrow that is going to begin today, there is one person that is ever present. Because, very shortly, some of you will be absent from your parents. Some partial, some permanent. That's the reality of life. But there's one person that cannot divorce you, cannot abandon you, even if your parents do. And that's why it should be your greatest companion. And that's how to excellently and exceptionally start tomorrow. See, you will do me the greatest honor by paying rapt attention to me. I have just 5 elevated to 10 minutes now to have this conversation with you. I cherish this time because it might be one of the time that God scripted that I should make a mark in your own life. Some of you may never meet me again, but some of you will remember what we shared within this time. Look at the arrangement of this hall. It's a clear definition of tomorrow beginning today. Everyone that you are looking at from this part, right, where your parents are seated, began from here. They started here. And watch, between here and here, there is a gap. A lot of things will happen here. Not everybody here will get here. Are we together? And from here, right, you move again to this place. The tomorrow, the today that you are seeing here started yesterday. So if you think tomorrow is the future, you already began. Are you with me? So you see the arrangement of this all is a typical explanation of the theme. Tomorrow begins today. These guys here are looking forward to coming here. You, whether you like it or not, time will elevate you and promote you to this place. Are we together? But between here and here, what are the things that are going to happen to you? In that scripture, it said, to your faith. Look at it. There are 9 solid principles there. And God made it clear that if you abide by them, your life will be fruitful. Your tomorrow will not be a mistake. Tomorrow is not an arrival, it's an architecture. You have to be an architect. You have to what? Be an architect. Let's look at it. From verse 5, it said, don't lose a minute in building what you have been given. So there are certain things you have been given. I don't know what it is, but you know what you have been given. The question I want to ask you this morning is this. You see your teachers, they know your story now. Your parents know your partial story. What would be the story in the next 6 years? And that's why if you have a pen or you have a phone, and you have a notepad there, I'd like you to write a statement of commitment. In the next 6 years, I will be this. Are you with me? It's not a joke. If you have a pad on your phone, write it. I can give you the luxury of 30 seconds to think. Because whatever you cannot picture, you can't feature in it. But if you have a vision, if you have somewhere you are going, that's the tomorrow that you are architecturing. But if there is nothing that you are seeing about tomorrow, I'm telling you, every day will pass you by. And you'll be depreciating as the day go by. For every single day you are not adding to your faith. The first thing he mentioned, that is what? There's something given to you. To eat, add what? Faith. It is only with God that all things are possible. There are things that are not possible with your parents. Many things are not possible with your parents. But with God, I mean everything is possible. And you said nothing shall be impossible. Why? Because there are certain things your parents cannot provide for you. When you are in a far country, your parents can't provide security for you. There's a young lad that left the parents and traveled to Ukraine to study. And when she got to Ukraine, because of the culture that she had developed right from school and from home, right? She got into Ukraine and got into a what? A godly community. When the war broke out in Ukraine, it was that godly community that took responsibility for their safety and security. That godly community, like a church, because it's possible you travel out and you'll be enveloped by the culture of a foreign country, then you become a victim. Then she carried what has been given to her at home and in school, because intelligence without values is a personality scam. Are you with me? And that godly community was responsible for their safety and security. They took them right to the border, made border-to-border arrangement to ensure that none of their lives was lost or nothing was lost. They paid her flights, monitored her, like you buy something from Jumia and you are tracking the movement. They tracked her till she got home. The parents were not there. But because of the values and what she was given at home and in school, it saved her when there was war. So today, the tomorrow that you are looking at has already started. Be mindful. Let me tell you, the best friends that you can have, they are here. Those that knew you when you were nothing. When you get into university, Abi, if you become senator tomorrow and this guy wants to see you, and the secretary is saying you can't see, you call him by the nickname you used to call him. Tell him that is friend. So tell him that is friend, he will break protocols. A friend of mine became a millionaire in Abuja because he stormed into the office of a secondary school classmate. And the person that was supposed to take him there, that was feeling like he is the Messiah, his friend told him, please, can you leave us? Let me talk to my friend. His arrogance and his ego expired. Why? Because there was a relationship. Some people may have not treated you well, but life can favor you and put you in places, treat them better. Years ago, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was going on a convoy, and everybody in the procession was sitting like this, was coming. Then he saw a teacher that was standing by, an old teacher that masterminded and orchestrated his expulsion in school. Then he stopped by. He stopped and came down from the convoy and told the teacher, see what God has done today. But I want you to be an improvement on that. I want you to what? Be an improvement on that. Be like my Moro that will come and say, oh, you thought I was a monkey, but today we are better. And they snapped together, made them what? Friends. I'm telling you nothing but the truth. You are going, life is full of entry and exit. You see, life is a story. It starts with a story, there is a commitment, and there is a legacy. You see, I told you this all was practically arranged. Look at this place. It's for prizes. Isn't it? But your journey is going to begin from there. Isn't it? So what is the price? My question for you is that, what is the price you have to pay to get that price? Which is the tomorrow that you're looking for. Mind your friends. Some 2 weeks ago, we had I'm taking my time. Some 2 weeks ago, we had what we call just a segregated kind of worship in our church. We separated boys from girls so we could have heart-to-heart conversation. And it will amaze you as parents what these children, I'm talking about ages between 13 and 19, it will amaze you the conversation that we had. Some literally gave us names that we never knew existed of drugs. A particular young man was saying that vape is not a drug. It only gets you temporarily insane for you. It gets you temporarily insane. I'm talking about you cannot say that in front of the father, but he has that information. Somebody gave us the list of the drugs, all the kinds of drugs that you can, every kind of gathering, clubs that you can be in. They knew everything. But we're not surprised because what? We were non-judgmental. You are going to face life there. You see, between this place and this place is the reality of life. You will face reality. Some of you that are as tall as your parents, and you think you can undervalue your parents, you will know their value when you get out there. When you go far from home, like the prodigal son, and you live with immaturity and stupid values that they have been telling you, but you ignore, you'll be very surprised. Say act of faith, virtue, character, discipline, self-control. A lot of you want to live, are in a hurry to live. You are looking for freedom. Freedom is for experiment. I'm telling you, nobody knows the end of an experiment. I was sitting with a past governor of this state who was a presidential aspirant in a fire chat, and I asked him, is there a tomorrow for this nation? He said, there is. I cannot say yes, I cannot say no. I said, why, sir? He said, because there is no consequence. The moment you think there are no consequence for your choices, your actions, and your decisions, tomorrow is blank. You cannot get in tomorrow what you didn't plant there today. So essentially, whatever you are doing, how you look, how you talk, is a representation of what tomorrow will look like for you. If you think honoring this your parents is a scam, I'm telling you, you will soon get there. And by the time you get there, what you think was tough for them, it will be tougher for you. For instance, now, my parents thought that, oh, I will grow and now come and serve them. I lost my dad 18 years. I became a father before I became a father. And I was first. So I knew what it was. As soon as I finished secondary school, I started teaching. That's where my teaching career started from. And my first salary, 5,000 naira. So, be mindful and proactive about time, money, and your energy. Very important. Tomorrow has already begun. We want to see you upstage like this. The next celebration, the next gown, we want to see. We want to see you when you are graduating from Cambridge, from the Ivy League schools. Are we together? From the best of the best universities. That's what we want to see. Right? And that's what I expect, that you architecture and you build. You can't do that without preparation, without commitment to a dream. That's what we want to see. That's what will make them smile. The worth of their investment is the returns on happiness that you give to them. You can give them money, they'll spend it. But how you are doing, a father whose child is in prison is more in prison than the child. Are you with me? Don't leave school to go to prison. It's very cheap to go to prison. It's very cheap for you to discount your presidency or your senatorial ambition by just the wrong gathering. A boy spent 7 years in Kiriki, just found in a place where other Yahoo boys were. No explanation. He just found himself there, and that was it. He lost 7 solid years of his life. Time is irreplaceable. Once you lose it, it's gone. You must be mindful of that. I will not feel to talk to you without talking to our parents. The journey has just begun for parents. That's the truth. Now, we are more of partners than parents to these ones. Somebody said it will take God to bend a dry fish without breaking it. Some of them are already dry fish. I'm telling you the truth. So you have to do non-judgmental listening. You have to be present with your presence. You have to mind your systems, your behavior, and your practices. You can't tell them to tell the truth when they constantly see you lie. That is what system and practice gap. So for parents, your rest is in what? Guiding. You must update yourself too. Please, don't be providing for them and you are not present for them. Your greatest provision is your presence and your listening. If you don't listen to them, you don't know what is wrong with them. They are under more pressure than we are. We need to understand that. And many of the parents are always surprised by the behavior of their children. Some don't even know their children at all. Now, the question I'm asking you as a parent, as they are leaving you now, what is it that is giving you fear? And what is it that is giving you confidence about them? A lot of parents are already afraid. And a lot of parents are confident that I know you will do well. What is it that you can guarantee that your child is going to do when you're not there? It is a function of how much you have invested. And I'm telling you, the next 20 years of your life, you will not be as strong as you are. But my kind advice to you is that you see this generation, because of the uncertainty of the times, you cannot make them your retirement benefit. Foul. Are you with me? So as you are providing for them, please balance it by what? Providing for yourself. Because they are already facing too many challenges already for them to think about what? Providing for you. That does not excuse you from knowing what is right and don't do it. He said, honor your father and your mother, that it may be well with you. No parents will force you to take care of them. It is your obligatory responsibility to take care of them. Even though they have everything, you still owe them that responsibility. But parents, why you don't expect that and you are not waiting for that, please make provision for your rest and your happiness. Very, very important. Your own tomorrow too begins today. It is applicable unto every one of us. As we go back, we must not fail to stop praying for this one. That's the best gift you can give them. Pray for them. Hand them over to the one that has capacity to touch the heart of any man in the direction that he wills. If you do legalization, you will lose them. They will not look back to abandoning you. So please, as much as possible, let's support them. The times have changed. Don't try to live the life that you missed through them. You will not be happy. Rather, align with what God has destined them for and what the times are saying. In 1994, Jeff Bezos, already an established person in business, decided to drop back and pursue another career. That's what we see today as Amazon. Elon Musk that we talk about today, it was all his savings from one particular job that he enveloped into Tesla because he believed that what? The future of energy can be preserved through what? The kind of cars that we have today. What do we have today? Serena Williams, that we hear of, started as a teenager. Tore many courts through nights when others were sleeping. She was working. Please allow them to work. The age of technology is here. They will use their gadgets. Please don't let your phone be smarter than you. A lot of us have smartphone, but the smartphone is smarter than us. You see this smartphone, it's a leverage. It can enhance you positively and negatively. Some would look for courses with this phone and stay ahead. The other day, I saw my daughter, and she was researching universities that apply to her, what the course she wants to study, right? Already looking for the scholarship. Why? Because we sat down to paint a picture. Girlfriend, listen, that's what I call her, my girlfriend. Girlfriend, at 25, you can have a PhD. If the prayer I'm praying now is what you are praying, when you are at my age, your life will be very, very much better. If you bag a PhD at 25, it will be difficult for you not to be successful. So that vision governs behavior. So with these few points of mine, and with these words of exhortation, I believe that I've passed a message to you that the future is safe if only we architecture it. God bless us all. Thank you very much for this privilege.